Our next question comes from Coleman H. Coleman says, "What's up, guys? I'm a huge fan of the podcast. I listen every day on my way home from work." So, Coleman, if you're listening right now, I hope you had a good day at work. He says, "I'm currently looking to further my experience as I came out of college in 2021 with little to no job experience in marketing. What are some good ways for me to gain additional experience and knowledge outside of work? Is there websites, courses, or anything else that I should be aware of that could help me with this?" Robert, I'll let you kick it off.
Well, Coleman, great question and better category. I think being in marketing right now is just a tremendous way to really earn a high income and build off of something. As we get more and more into the creator economy with entrepreneurs and side hustlers and everyone going out on their own, there's just always going to be a need for experts in the field that can help people with their email strategies, their websites, their marketing, their branding for their personal brands, whatever it is. So I think you're on the right track and you just need to figure out what is your niche and what is your expertise. And so for me, looking at kind of internally of our team, I would say you really need to learn AI and some of the good softwares that can be used within AI to automate marketing strategies, DM strategies, and other items relative to AI usage. But also, I would think about maybe finding a big company locally or regionally that you could go to and get a job with and offer yourself up to do a free internship. Maybe you say, hey, I'd love to do a 90-day internship here, because that would be a great way for you to really immerse yourself in and get all of these skill sets right in front of you in a way that you're not paying for it. And you're not going out and getting some course that might be bullshit and doesn't really teach you a lot because they probably created the course in ChatGPT, and you're going to learn how to really optimize ChatGPT and other AI resources. So I would start there. And then the other thing I would look at is just following people that are really crushing it in marketing, that have agencies already. Follow their TikToks, follow their Instagrams, follow their podcasts, and really just learn from all of that, because it's all about you immersing yourself into this category in this field and finding out what your niche is and really going all in on that.
Yeah, this is a really, really good question, Coleman. As someone who also graduated college with I think I had maybe one or two internships, but it wasn't anything crazy, right? I didn't have a crazy cool job lined up out of college. It was really hard. So, a couple things that I've learned along the way. One, make sure you take LinkedIn seriously. And it is 100% okay to be cringe on LinkedIn, because everyone else is cringe. And the people that you knew in college that you think are making fun of you for making these cool marketing focused LinkedIn posts, or, commenting cool stuff or questions or ideas on other LinkedIn posts, they don't matter. They don't pay your bills. They don't, achieve your dreams. You do, Coleman. So focus on you. That's the first thing. Kind of additional to that is, when you're on LinkedIn, I want you to be thinking about not just consuming and creating content about marketing on the platform, but discovering other people who are doing things that you want to be doing someday. If that's in 5 years or 10 years, right? That might be an agency owner. That might be a chief marketing officer. That might be a marketing intern somewhere. There's a bunch of different people who are working in the marketing space. And a challenge I have for you, Coleman, is reach out to 5 people every day on LinkedIn in 2024 and just send them a note in the connection saying, hey, really love what you're doing here at ABC Company in the marketing department. I saw they had a cool thing that just came out, whatever. What's your favorite thing about working there? Right? Don't ask to pick their brain. Don't ask for a 30-minute meeting. No one has time for that shit. But what they do have time for is oh, yeah, I really like the company culture. Or, oh, I like the flexibility about our email design. Or oh, I like this or like that, right? So that just kind of gets you in the door a little bit in the conversation. It's a very low lift answer for these people. And you might find 1 or 2 on a monthly basis that are open to maybe a little mentorship action, a little bit more, hop on that phone call, whatever they can to help you here. But I think what's really important as someone who's looking for experience that doesn't have any is to look and see what other people are doing as to where they are right now in their careers and in relation to where you want to be, and try and just kind of not ride their coattails, but be in the same conversations, be in the same meetings, be in the same spheres as them. So when that opportunity for experience or something comes up, they notify you and they say, hey, I just saw this internship. Hey, I just saw this new position. This guy started a club. I just started this podcast about marketing. You should listen to it, right? There's a ton of different opportunities here that can happen to help you learn. But but you will never have known those things were happening if you weren't sort of in these communities already. So just don't be weird about LinkedIn. LinkedIn's going to be your best friend. And if your friends think you're cringe for posting on there or commenting or doing whatever you're going to do here to stand out, they're not your friends anyway.
I'm going to follow back up on this. You brought up a great point. One of the most powerful marketing tools we use within all of my brands, Silly Bands, and all the other consumer brands that we have in our portfolio is the DM strategy. Trust me, it works amazingly well if you know what you're doing. We have one gentleman that runs that within all of our brands. He crushes it every day for us. And it's remarkable how effective a DM strategy is, but also learn how to do it right. And this is a key takeaway for my benefit and everyone that's listening, is that I get DMs from probably 100 people a week that tell me that they can make my TikTok better, my Instagram better, my edits better, my videos better, my copy better, everything better, but they go about it the wrong way. Be authentic, bring value, and be honest. If you do those three things for any of you that are listening out there besides Coleman, you will go so far in the industry, because so many people DM me on a daily basis, they bring zero value. The DM looks like they put it into ChatGPT, copy and pasted it and send it to me. There is zero value. There is zero claim to anything. And my response is always, what makes you different? What makes you better? And what are your costs? Because every one of these people that DM me say, hey, can I edit one video for you for free? And I'm always like, sure. But what are your fees associated after I review the free one? They never give me an answer. It's always like, well, we have a monthly fee. We have this type of fee structure. Just give the damn answer. People like Austin and I are so busy. And if you DM us, you might have a life-changing moment if you do the right things in the DM. So remember, authenticity, get to the point. We don't want our brain picked. And just please, please, please give us real information, and don't just give us a response or a pitch coming from ChatGPT. It could change your life if you listen to those three things.
And the last thing I'll mention here is this podcast came about because I sent Robert a DM because I thought he made cool videos on TikTok. And my DM was along the lines of, hey man, love your videos on TikTok. Let's jump on a call for 15 minutes. I'm doing a bunch of things to build my creator business that I want to share with you. I want to learn about what you're doing as well. And the podcast came from that, right? So like I gave value up front. Like I want to share with you what I'm doing. I hope to learn from you as well. Like that's kind of what we're talking about here, Coleman, and everyone else listening. That's how you should be thinking about reaching out to folks to not just gain additional experience, but hopefully learn from them along the way.
Yeah, we could do an entire week of content just based on teaching people proper, authentic DM strategies when they're reaching out to people like us. And it's just so important. I had a gentleman that DM'd me like 5 times, and it was all just like everyone else. And I told him what he was doing wrong. I said, you look like a sharp guy, but you're doing everything wrong. Here's how you should pitch. He took that information. He made a Loom video of his services with examples. He gave me the pricing on one slide so it was easy to understand. And he said, I would like an opportunity to work for you paid for 30 days at a reduced rate to be able to get his foot in the door. So many people want to get the money first, and they don't realize, get your foot in the door. Get the opportunity to change your life with someone like us or someone bigger than us. As long as you can do that and get your foot in the door, the money will come, I promise each and every one of you. But when you come to someone like us and you quote us a retail price, just like everyone else quotes, and you don't show what makes you different or better or show authenticity, you're just not going to get anywhere, and you're just going to waste your time in the DMs and not land that whale that you're trying to land. Just so important.
Really good question, Coleman. And thanks for listening to the podcast every week.